talking about Johnson & Johnson and their work culture, their retention of employees. I'll talk about an Indian group.
Okay.
The Tata Group, if you know.
I've heard of them. Yeah.
So I'll tell you about a case study and I'd like you to talk about it.
Okay.
This happened in 2008. There was an attack on India, a terrorist attack. It happened on a hotel that's in Mumbai called the Taj Hotel.
I remember.
Now, this hotel is owned by Tatas. It was the first hotel in India to have electricity. It was built in 90s and 18s something. I would say when we talk about India, we talk about Gateway of India, Taj Mahal, we talk about Taj Hotel because that hotel is not just hotel, it's a cultural heritage place.
Okay.
Now, this attack happened on that hotel because they wanted to damage the culture. But what the employees did was something that grabbed attention of everyone. Even the employees that were 10 days, they got their offer letter from the company 10 days prior to the 10 days prior to the attack. These employees did not run. They were there. They came out, they went in again, they were rescuing guests. They knew if they are going in hotel back, they'll die. There is a great chance of losing their lives. They still chose that. And I don't remember which university, I think it was Harvard Business School, or I don't exactly remember which university was it. They did a research that how is that possible? Do you pay more to your employees? What is the secret? How is it possible that an employee that joined you 10 days prior to the attack was ready to give his life for you?
And what did they find out?
They tried for a few months and they could not find anything. When they had a chance to meet Ratan Tata sir, he's the founder. I'd not say founder because it was founded by his forefathers, but like a CEO and chief in command, I would say.
Yeah.
He told, you guys are checking the wrong path. The answer lies not after the employment happened. The answer lies before the employment happened. We connected with them. We started building that culture before they even got employed with us. We gave them enough values. We checked the values first of all, and we inculcated their values with ours.
I gotta tell you, that is a very compelling example, Nitin. It speaks to so many things. First of all, it's a great example of culture at a time of extreme hardship and difficulty, at a time of crisis. At my last organization, there was what people in my field call a black swan event, which is something you could never possibly imagine happening.
What's that?
It's an unpredictable, very rare event, but it's a crisis.
Okay.
And our founder and his wife were murdered in their home. Mm-hmm. They were prominent, well-known philanthropists. They were in their 70s. And he was still in the office every day doing research. He wasn't leading the company, but he had founded it, and we were approaching our 46th year.
Would you like to name the company?
Apotex.
Apotex.
Yeah, so Barry and Honey Sherman. And why I say that is, when that happened, our employees, not dissimilar from those at the hotel, mobilized, self-mobilized. They galvanized around this tragedy, but also around honoring his legacy and deciding what could they do in honor of him in their work every day. The second thing, though, in your example that I think I'd like to talk a bit more about is what you said about the fact that what the research showed is that it started before they joined.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the things that I talk about around workplace culture is, yes, it's important around behaviors. And yes, it's important to have strong communication. And yes, strong leadership. But culture is holistic. Holistic meaning from the moment we start recruiting people, to use your example, to the way we treat them on the way out of the organization. And hopefully they stay for a long time, but if they choose not to, even still, it's end-to-end, holistic, comprehensive, what's their experience, and how does our culture show up? So one of the things I talk about is the recruitment process. Is the culture that we have or that we want to reinforce, to your point, does that show up in our recruitment process? And when I say recruitment process, I mean where we place ads, where we promote, the words we use, the images, the visuals. Are there cultural and gender diversity examples? It's everything. The questions that we ask candidates in the interviews, the way that we ask them, is it all representative of the culture we have and the culture we want? And then when they join us, what's their onboarding like? When they join us, how do we treat them? Do we say, Nitin, here's your computer and good luck and Godspeed? Or do we say, you're going to have a buddy? This person's going to show you the way stuff gets done around here, so that you have a quick learning curve, so you can feel comfortable, so you can reduce the anxiety. If you just look at your example of an employee life cycle, that alone, there are so many examples of workplace culture.